Hey, guess who's back? Right, this time we're talking about water. Water does not use a parent. It doesn't. It's a sad life. It doesn't have any parents. It's unfortunately what we like to call an orphan. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing in this game, because it allows you to swim. And swimming is great. Isn't it? It's amazing. Right, so we've got the if key left from last time, don't we? You don't? Oh well, you might wanna check out the last video to find out where you got it from. Um, I will. Oh, should I? Should I do that? Should I just keep put in the basic movement and collision code that I've got for water and moving? Should I just put that in the description for you? Would that be easy? Like, I'll explain it step by step here, but if you want to copy it, it's in the description, since I've already said it, and I'm not restarting this video because I've done it 7 times now. Let's just get on with it. Right, so, naturally, we're moving left, but first, we always want to check if there is something else that we want to consider before we start just moving left at the normal speed, because otherwise it'll just go, oh, he's pressing left, let's go left, if that was first and this was second. But we want to check if the player is in water first, which he is. Let's just imagine, ploop, we've fallen, we're in water, shit, no. We press if key left, but then it checks, okay, is he in water? Oh, yeah, we're in water. So naturally, we want our husband to go slower than if we were walking, because, you know, water resistance is harder to walk and run, and it's slow as women. Unless you have a fucking athlete in your game, then, you know, just put that as whatever you want, and naturally select image X scale -1 again, because that's what we do. That's just how it is. You don't need any more variables for this than what you've already got, but you will need your water object and your water sprite, which, you know, should be up there. It's always a good thing to create folders, although I need to sort out my folders. This is ridiculous. I have so many pieces of shit that I don't need. Right, okay. I can close that and that. Right, so that's what we've got. We just do that with the water, and then it's a copy and paste job, changing key right and getting rid of the minus to change it moving to the right. It's easy, right? And we've already got that. Yeah, we kind of went over it, skimming over it. There's changing gravity last time. Yep. Oh, but this is where shit gets interesting. This right here, that's swimming. Well, at the very lowest form, I got rid of quite a bit of shit before starting this tutorial that confused even me when swimming. And the last tutorial, I got rid of it before then, because this is straight after. Right, so, what we're doing, we've changed the right, we've hit the water, we've changed the gravity. Now, we fall slower, but we also, you know, we just get pulled down slower so that it is more realistic. Once you've hit the water, boom! Fuck. You're lighter. You're lighter because the water is slowing you down. So then, I've got this max fall speed, which I kind of skimmed over last time. But first, we want to check collision x, y, x, y plus 2. Right, sorry. Right. We want to check if, first off, he is touching water. And I've got it x, y, the player's x and y, to x and y plus 2. So the player's x and y again, but this time it's plus 2, which means I should have paint open all the time. It's like gonna be so much better. Yeah, paint. Right, so we're just here. Why is my brush so fat? Just skinny brush. Right, so player, very fat. His if I show you mine, when it's on about X and Y, it means where you set the origin X and Y to. I won't go over that if you want to find out what they are. That's just the center of your character. That's where everything is based off when you're talking X and Y. I normally like to put mine on the chin of the character because, you know, why not? And have the Y in the center so that when you've switched the X scale left and right, it will, you know, flip it in the middle, not fucking launch you to the left and right. That's what X is. Change the X. Right, so that's a character. I've got it, the fucking origin set to be here. So that's its X and Y. So it's asking now, oh, okay, so you want the line to start here, right? And I'm like, yes, I would love the line to start but there. Thank you, how did you know? And it's like, no worries, no worries. And then it's asking, okay, where would you like the collision line to finish? And I'm like, oh, well, I'd like it to stay there, but I'd like it to go 2 pixels up. And it's like, oh yeah, no problem, man. We got you, bruh. And then it draws a line right there. Oh no, it's plus. Shit. Sorry. It's plus, so it's down. It's down. Oh god, even I forgot then. Right, so it's like, okay, yeah, shit, okay. So it's checking 2 pixels down whether or not you're touching water, but naturally, you know, you've got a whole character but there with legs who's running about doing shit. So it's checking but there if you're in water, because I thought, you know, if the water level's there, that's not going to slow you down too much or whatever. Maybe I should drag it down further, but at the moment that's how it's working. So it's checking just that little bit lower to make sure that you know, everything you're doing is completely fine and you're not too far in water, but you're in water enough to swim. Right, so that's what that's checking, and then that is controlling all of that right the way down to key jump, well, to there. And then we set the max water speed, so if you're in the water, that where that collision line is, if that collision line is in water, you are swimming. That's what the 1 is for. It's precise. No, and then right. So okay. Shut up, Matthew. Ignore me for like past minute of jibber jabber. Right. So X, Y, X, Y plus 2. That's the same as I explained in Paint. And then it's checking, okay, well, what object did you want it to check to see if it's touching? I'm like, oh, I'd like it to see if it's touching the water object. So it's like, okay, we'll check to see the water object. And then it's asking 0, which down here we can see it says prec, which means precise. Do you want to check that it's precisely on the tip of the line, or on the line, or not? And I'm like, no, I just want to check within that line radius, would you check to see if there's water? And it's like, yes, okay. And then the 1 means if, like, you've named yourself Object Water for some stupid reason, or Power Wall, or whatever you're checking, it's like, okay, don't include you in this. Don't you include this object, the player object, in this check. And we're like, cool, that's what we want. But let's say you're in the water, and you're holding the jump key. I've got a collision circle, which is checking for any form of wall within 13 pixels. Why 13? Because when I'm standing still, my origin is in 13, meaning it's 13 from the left and to the right. So if a wall is touching me, skimming me, then it needs to be, I follow this code. But if there's no wall touching me, I follow this code. So if I'm touching a wall, if I'm not touching a wall. No, wait. If I'm touching a wall, if I'm not touching a wall. Because, see, remember what I said about the exclamation mark and how it means not? Yeah, same thing. So if I'm touching a wall, no, if I'm jumping, and I'm touching a wall, if Vespa is less than -8, so if I'm swimming up too fast, then set it to 8. I'm only allowed to swim up at a maximum of 8 pixels per frame. Else, Vespa minus equals 2, which means, oh shit, what does that mean? Oh yeah, it means that I'm gonna go, say now I'm traveling at 0, Vespa is at 0. If I'm holding key jump, and I'm holding key jump, but I'm not and I am touching a wall, it's going to go up at VSPA minus equals 2. So one frame I'm going 0. The next frame I'm going minus 2. The frame after that, minus 4. The frame after that, minus 6, minus 8, and so on. But because I've set that limit there, I can only go up to 8. But I would go on infinitely if I didn't have that block. Every frame until I let go of key jump. Does that make sense? Good. I'm glad it does, because I'm not explaining it again. If you ever get confused, copy and paste. Play about with it until you figure out what it means. Else if, key jump. So if I'm jumping, but I'm not touching a wall this time. Not touching a wall. This time I've used collision circle. And there I've used collision circle. Collision circle is like a line, except it's a circle around your thing, and you're checking the y, the x of the character, the y of the character, and the radius, not the diameter, the radius, from the center of the circle to the outside, how far you want to go, and then what you're checking for, and then precise, and not me, again. So yeah, if you're not in that circle, then the fastest you can go is 4. I wanted it to be like, if you're touching the wall, then you're climbing up the wall. I wanted it to feel like that. So you increase your speed slower. Pardon me. And your max speed is lower. Else, and then you close off everything. Like, I like to tab everything, so I know that this else if begins there and stops there. So it contains all of this nonsense. And this one starts there and ends there, sort of thing. You get it? So this if and this else, because they're in line with each other, are connected. This one and this one are connected, but because it tabs backwards, then that and that are connected, but nothing else past that line is connected to that. It's just easier, and lava, again, exactly the same. I'm not going over it. Vertical collision done. Falling. That doesn't work. Gotta fix that, because that's fucking annoying. It should work. Yeah, water, losing breath, losing health, and gaining breath. Let me just, okay, right, so, if there's a collision line at X, Y, and then, remember what I said about, you know, your little character. Ooh, shit. Your little character there. Well, if his X and Y point is there, I'm checking his X to be perfectly there. But I'm checking its Y up 4, because that's where I think its mouth would be. I think its mouth would be roughly there, so I'm checking where its mouth would be to see if it needs, like, if its head is underwater. And if it is, I'm setting its breath to equal minus equal 0.1. So every frame it'll go down 0.1 until, well, until that collision line is no longer being touched. But you won't get any breath back until, you know, later on. But say now you're underwater for so long that breath reaches 0. It's gonna happen. You're gonna die if you don't get out of that water, right? That shit's like gotta not happen. Where am I gaining back? Oh yeah, there. No, mate. Okay, so if then your breath is less than, oh yeah, and also, like, if your mouth is underwater and breath is less than or greater than 0, so that it won't go below 0, but it will hit 0 dead on. Again, it's maths, so if you're not good at maths, learn a little bit of the basic signs and shit like that, what it means before learning this, like greater than, less than, plus, equals, and all that stuff. But say no, you've run out of breath. Your breath is less than or equal to 0. You're going to start dying. So that's where global.playerlife, or if you've not named it global, then just player life, but I have it as a global. It's going to equal minus. It's going to minus equal 1. So every frame, you're going to lose 1 health point until you have some form of breath back, so that you're breathing again. But you only breathe when your head is no longer in collision with the water. So once your head's out of collision of water, you've got point breath plus equals 0.2. I did that so that you gain breath faster than you lose it. If you can, you know, catch that little bubble of air, you're not waiting there for ages to get it back. But, you know, there's something. So then, yeah, so if you're no longer touching the water and breath is less than 100. So once you hit 100, it stops. It stops saying, yo, you need more breath. Always have this number. Always have this number go into this number, because otherwise you're gonna have over 100 health, health breath. So yeah, that's how swimming and breathing works. And you know, if you have global player life minus equal 1 and then you hit 0, if global player life is less than or equal to 0, always have that less than there. Always do it, just in case something like you lose 1 health from swimming, and then an enemy hits you for 5 damage, but you only had 4, you're going to minus 1. So if you only have it at equal to 0, when you hit minus 1, not 0, you'll still be alive, but you'll be alive infinitely because you can only take more damage, you can't gain it back. And yeah, so that's where I changed the sprite index and sprite to sprite death, and that I changed gravity to 0 because I don't want him floating off, you know, floating below the surface or whatever. So yeah. And I have a check here, if global player life is less than 0, global player life equals 0, so that the life can't go below 0 as well. Yeah, that's really all it is, swimming. At the bare basic level, swimming, breathing, and losing health from not breathing. I gotta fix this falling. It should work. Let's talk through it. No, let's not talk through it. But yeah, so if you look at that, fix it for me. That'd be amazing. Because I fucking can't. Oh, baby. By the way, I know it's positive, so if it's greater than... I know it's backwards, so it checks the highest value, then the one below it, then the one below that. And always have the lowest value thing at the bottom. Is not always, depending on what it is, but yeah. It makes sense. Just, yeah. If you ever get stuck when you're coding, message me, Facebook, Messenger, curse. I would get my curse up now, but you know, I don't want to give away Kenny's in case he doesn't want you to add him. Check the comments, the description for all my contact stuff, if, well, the stuff I'm willing to give away, and I'll help you whenever I can. If you ever get confused or stuck or whatever, then yeah. Well, I don't know how long I've been recording for, but I'm like really tired. Ow! Don't punch a desk. It hurts. But yeah, if you want more help on collision lines and collision circles, and if you want a proper in-depth life system, just tell me, because if you ever want something global, I would recommend you initialize your global variable straight away in the first room that you have. I always have a room called room initialize. Then I create these timer buttons, but there. And if I get up what that is, it's in menu. It's just a timer. You create splash timer, it's set to the room speed times 2.5, so it's only up for 2.5 seconds. And then every frame it takes away 1, so the easiest way to do that actually wouldn't be like that. It'd be like minus equal 1, which is minusing 1, whereas you can plus equal minus 1, which is again taking away 1, but more stuff that doesn't need to be there. And that's for every frame that splash timer is greater than 0. Else if room and then you do all that. Right. I'll just show you what we've got so far when it comes to the running, the jumping, the changing of gravity, and swimming. Swimming in a room that I've created. Oh yeah, look at this room. Oh, so sexy, isn't it? And you wish you could just dive in yourself. Yeah, very basic menu. Like I said, it's a work in progress. Yeah, so this is our character, and yeah, this is our character. He jumps into the water, he hits it, and look, that's him going. That's him swimming normally. That's +4 speed right there. You go against the wall, boom, +8 speed. Wow. Yeah, and that's how we swim. So you go like that. Oh no, I'm losing breath. It's gonna take a while because it's gonna take 100. No, not 100. Like, oh shit, how many frames is that? It's 100 to lose all your health, but it's like 1,000 frames to lose all your breath. Fuck knows how long that is. I ain't counting. Yeah, so like, as long as my mouth is underwater, I'm losing breath. I lost all my breath. I'm losing all my health. I'm out of the water again, and gaining all my breath back at a much faster rate than what I lost it. And I've lost so much health. But yeah. I have got these altar things. Kenny made them. They're actually pretty good. I'm using them in my game. Kenny, fuck you. And that's how you're gonna regain health in my game. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna involve you guys in every step of this journey to creating a game. But yeah, I haven't got a name for this character yet. I was thinking Tim. Nah, Tim's taken. Steve? Nah, I don't like the name Steve. Sorry, sorry anyone out there named Steve. It's not you. I've had bad run-ins with other people named Steve before. Did I just... Ah, yeah, do you know I said, any block you wanna... in the last one, any block you wanna interact with, and I didn't put the stone as power wall. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't include stone and a power wall. You can walk through it. But because dirt is power wall, I can interact with that. So normally all this stone you wouldn't be able to interact with. I'll show you what it should look like. Oh god, I shouldn't have deleted it. It's gonna take so long to get back. Yeah, just go like that. Parents power wall. Look at all these blocks that you have to like. And invisible blocks are the same color as stone, except they're not power wall, so that you can walk through them. Ah, fuck. Ah, don't look at that. That didn't happen. Shut up. So yeah, in my game, if you're ever falling in water, just go up to a wall and you'll shoot up faster. Yeah, this is what it should look like. Just running along on that. And this is what happens when you die. You explode. And that's it. Right, so that's swimming, walking, jumping, changing gravity when you hit water and when you get out of water, and any other liquid or anything that you want to change gravity for. I hope that helped a little bit. Yeah, so I am gonna do other types of games. Just tell me what type of game you want me to do next. Like, I've got a space shooter, which I can get up now, I think. Where is it? Can't find it. Where is it? Son of a bitch, it's gone. Project? No. Not there. Oh yeah. We added the word light because it was supposed to be a demo for a game that we were going to create, but we've changed so much stuff from this demo that it's no longer relevant, and I think I need a controller to play this game. No, no, mouse and keyboard's fine. Yeah, so like we got a time system, a score system, shooting bar, health bar, cooldown systems for the shooting. It follows the mouse around. After a few seconds, meteors start coming down. Enemy ships. Yeah. The meteors are random, but the ships come towards the player where they started at randomized speeds, and they do a lot of damage. Different size meteorites, different. Well, no, we haven't got different ships at the moment, but yeah, that dude just disappeared. Yeah, but this is a nifty little game that we created because we were rather bored, and I'll show you something that I found hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I gotta go like that for a sec. Move it over. Objects, enemies, enemy ship spawn. Get a few of these in here. Enemies, meteor spawn, and just get a few of these in here. You ready to look at some seriously messed up shit? I hope you are. It's gonna take 10 seconds to get into it, but it's worth it. Ignore the activate windows. It's a long story. Right, so after 10 seconds, that's when everything starts spawning. Oh yeah, and we got randomized bullet direction so that everything spreads out. Ah, that's better. A little bit of a challenge, no? Oh, fucking hell. Ah, yay. If you want me to teach you how to make this, just ask. Ah, goddamn. Yeah, so I hope you guys come back for more tutorials and just tell me what you want me to help you make. Yeah, so bye guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye. Bye bye.